Warning, Saturday is going to be so important for Bitcoin. Mark your calendars right now. Saturday's close is going to be so pivotal. It's not going to affect the next couple days. It's not going to affect the couple weeks. Bitcoin on Saturday, the closing price is going to affect the next several months. It's major. This will be a major date for Bitcoin. And as it stands right now, with the way the facts and the charts are right now, if we close at the price we are right now on Saturday, we're in big trouble. I'm going to tell you in this video what Bitcoin would have to do between now and Saturday to completely wipe that clean and have a more positive effect on the next few months. But as it stands right now, we're in deep trouble, and we're going to dig into the facts today to look at what's happening. And in this video, I'm going to give my prediction as to how this will play out between now and Saturday. Welcome in if you're new. My name is Steve. Hit that subscribe button right now. Let's jump straight into the charts. What we're going to look at here is Bitcoin's log growth curve, and we'll look at the top price action first. What I want you to notice first is how clean this chart is. All of Bitcoin's price action fits inside of this log growth curve for 12 years. We've never been out of the top of this or down through the bottom of this. All price action fits inside here. Each of these levels are Fibonacci levels. They're so important. Bitcoin's close, I want you to take a mental screenshot of this. This will be the most important close. And by the way, if Bitcoin closes at the price we're at now, we haven't been resistance at this Fibonacci level. And what I want to show you is what happens, because we haven't been below this line in 2 years. We haven't held resistance in 2 years. What I want to show you is what happens for these price channels in these fib levels. Take this year, for example. 2011 prices were falling. We were trying to get support at this blue level, and then we held resistance for the first time in November 2011. And it was months and months and months and months and months and months and months before we recovered, all the way for March 2013. It took us way over a year to recover, almost a year and a half to recover from breaking below this level. That's how critical this close is on Saturday. So pay close attention. Let's fast forward the clocks again to 2015. We had this top here. We came crashing down. We tried to hold support, and this was our first candle in February 2015. February 2015, holding resistance at this fib level right here. And then again, look at how long it took. I mean, it took literally 820 days to get out of here. 820 days below this level. That's how important Saturday is. Saturday is going to determine how long we're in major trouble. And by the way, if we close where we're at right now on Saturday, we have some trouble. And I'm going to tell you, just based on the facts and the charts, what this trouble is looking like. On this channel, we talk about the big moves in Bitcoin. We don't sugarcoat anything. We don't fluff anything up. We don't tell you what you want to hear. You come to me because I tell you the facts. All right. That's why you just hit the subscribe button. On this channel, we just tell the facts. I read the charts like a book, and you decide what you want to do. However, I cannot stress enough how important Saturday is, and we're going to dig into those details here in a moment. But just take a look. 820 days of recovery. Again, we're not crashing below the yellow line. We're not pumping above the yellow line. Price action for Bitcoin's 12-year history, we stay inside of these price channels. And each of these levels acts as support and resistance, right? If we're below it, it's resistance. Above, it's support. It's really that simple. This is the outlier. These couple candles here. And we'll cover that in a moment. But I just want to highlight this level here. So do you guys remember that 14K top? On our channel, we talked about right here was a gravestone doji. And we talked about, hey, that 14K top, everybody thought we were going substantially higher. We had a gravestone doji on the weekly, and that was a trend reversal candle. We talked a lot about it on our channel. So if you're looking for where to go to find these big moves, click that subscribe button right now, because that's what we cover. It's not like, hey, we're accurate 1000% of the time or not. We just talk about the facts and the charts. You interpret as you may, but I'm here to tell you how it is and not what you want to hear. So what you're going to find with these major moves in Bitcoin, that's where you either make all of your money or lose all of your money. So you should only pay attention to the big moves. Unfortunately, in crypto, everybody is the day-to-day, the hour chart, the 4-hour chart. Those are completely irrelevant, completely irrelevant. So we had that gravestone doji, we crashed down when we tried to hold this blue line as support, but we officially held it as resistance in October 2019. And this time we remained below for 397 days. A little bit better than 820 days. However, the big picture is, in all points in history, we remained below this blue line for, I would say, on average about a year. Even if you take this data point here, which is the outlier. Here, we only stayed below 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and on the 6th month, we broke through. But even 5 months, imagine being below this level for the next 5 months. So let's talk about and break it down what's happening here, because we're going to bring up this chart has actually been our cheat code because we were lining up to have an incredible November. Right? Bitcoin was on a rise from our blue line, right? We held our blue line as support and we talked a lot about it on our channel. In November and December of last year, we could have reached this yellow line if we got out of the danger zone. And if you watch our channel religiously, we talked about being in this danger zone in the monthly RSI, and we had to get out of the danger zone. We had to confirm as support above this danger zone, and then Bitcoin could have reached this yellow line. It seems absurd, but those are the facts in the charts. And just based on the facts in the charts, we got rejected from the danger zone, and then we broke through the bottom of the floor of the danger zone. What do you think is below danger? So we talked a lot about it on our channel. Below danger is really turmoil, okay? And that's what we talked about in the month of November, back when we were above the 60K, that we got rejected from danger zone, broke through danger zone. What's below danger zone? It's just turmoil. Nobody wanted to hear that at the time, but those were just the facts. And since 60K, we have not performed well. And then we broke out our pivot low from back here in June of 2021. We covered it here on this channel right when it happened. So these bigger moves are here, and we're about to see the next big one. And it's going to really take place on this Saturday close. Saturday close is the monthly close. So what it's looking like right now is it's looking pretty bad. Just to be honest, just to be frank, it's looking bad. But we have time on our side. We have some time between now and Saturday to recover. And here's what we would need to do. In terms of price action, and we talk a lot about this on our channel, is that 47K area. We've got to get above 47K. We have to. 47K is so critical for a multitude of reasons, but that's where this blue line is. And you may say, Steve, well, how about these levels here? This candle here, here, and here. Aren't we below the blue line? No. Not as resistance. We need the body closing below as resistance. And based on the facts in the charts, that's when the devastation happens. So this would literally be our first candle in 2 years, closing below this blue line. Now, there is some good news here. The blue line is rising. The yellow line is rising. We know that price action is not going outside of here and closing below, right? We could wick down, fine, but closing below this yellow line, not likely with the body. We'll talk about where those price levels are, but I want you to look at this 47K, and then we're going to get into what we believe may happen just based on these facts that we're seeing in the charts. First and foremost, we've got to get above 47K. Otherwise, we are literally closing the first candle as resistance. And just based on the facts, it could be quite a while, many months of staying below this blue line before we see our next run. Luckily for us, we have a couple cheat codes, right? We talked about this bull flag that we wanted to see, but we're actually seeing some bearish flags. We talked about it in the last video. With these bearish flags, these are not fun. Right, we've seen some bullish flags in the past, but we're in a bearish flag. We have this monthly MACD cross down. We have the monthly stochastic RSI cross down. These are not good. These, we've only seen 2 in history. We just had a cross down, and it took several hundred days to recover. So we're in some really bad territory. We've got the 3-day death cross scheduled to happen at the end of next month. And you can see that this is the bear flag that we are in with our downside target from our last video. And here's one of our cheat codes, which also signifies 47K being the important one. When this red channel changes back to green, that's when the bearishness is over. And that's when we're going to have our next pump. All right, when we change from red to green, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Red to green, we're on. All right. And if you look back in history with this Gaussian channel, this change to red is pretty bad. The change to red while getting rejected by the red, if you watch our previous videos, this next major move is lining up to be pretty bad. And what we need to do to avoid it is to close above 47K with the body of the candle. Plain and simple, that's what we got to do. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I think there's so much pressure at 47K. It's been really hard for the bulls to get above it. We haven't tried once or twice. We have been trying nonstop to get above this 47K. We tried back here to get above back in January of this year. Then we tried again in February. We couldn't do it in February. Then we tried again in March, and now we're trying again in April to get above this 47K. We've been trying all year. It's not like we've tried once and then we've got rejected. And the more times you get rejected from a level, the stronger it becomes. It's as simple as that. So just based on these facts in the charts, we're in some trouble. 47K, we have a lot of pressure pushing us down, and it's likely we are not going to get above that in the next handful of days before Saturday. If that happens, what I suspect would happen is we spend some time below in this channel. Keep in mind, this blue line will be rising. So right now it's at this 46, 47. You know, next we'll call it in May, we're probably going to be up at this 48 level. Okay. And if you fast forward to about June, we're probably going to be roughly at this 50K level. So there is good news that this price channel is rising. If we look at our floor for next month, we're talking about having about 33K. Keep in mind, price can wick through. Just case in point, look left, find the facts in the charts. We wicked through roughly 50%. If we did that, for example, next month, just to give you a perspective, because a lot of people will say, hey, we can't go below 33. That's what this yellow line is. Well, if we just wicked below like we did back in the day, yeah, we're talking about 15, 16K. Is that out of the realm of possibility? No. Once we hold this blue line as support, that's usually when the floodgates open. It takes longer to recover. So those are my interpretations of the charts. Hit that subscribe button right now. Do not miss another next major move. Leave your comments down below. Leave a like button and go check out our website, cryptocrewuniversity.com. We teach people how to trade by themselves so they can obtain wealth for them and their family and financial freedom, all in our courses. Our courses have changed a lot of lives. cryptocrewuniversity.com. I'll see you right back here on the next video. There's only one question left. When to sell your cryptocurrency? Click right here, right now, to find the 3 simple steps.